Hi everyone, welcome to my second webinar on how to source for profitable products directly from China. Now recently, if you have seen me in the group, I've just came back from China, EU, and I would like to share with you my experiences with the suppliers and how do I source for products there. Now in this webinar class, you will discover how ridiculously high the product price that you're paying for, meaning the price that you bought online or locally, actually you're paying a lot more. So you must be aware that the different sources that you source for products will determine the retail price that you're going to sell it for. And how you can start buying products directly from China at a very low cost. Well, there's actually some processes involved that I will share with you, and you discover in this webinar that how you can start buying products cheaply. And also you can leverage on this golden opportunity where you can sell your products globally and set up a global process to sell products anywhere in the world. And before that, let's go to the next section where I talk about some of the myths and facts. Now, myths and facts, there's something that I want you to get right from the beginning, is because there's a lot of myth that's floating around in the internet. They're saying that you must source at very high volume, etc. While actually your bulk purchase order must exceed certain quantity, like for example 1,000 pieces or 100 pieces. Well, this is absolutely not true. Now, given the fact that a lot of people are currently is sourcing directly from EU, and they actually is able to get products that is of minimum quantity, say ranging from 10 products pieces to 50 product pieces, and there's absolutely no need to purchase 100 pieces or 1,000 pieces right off the bat. The reason is because there's a lot of suppliers, they just want to win the business first and to let you test out the products. And it costs a lot money to start an online business. Well, this is absolutely not true. This is actually depending on the type of business model that you choose. Say for example, dropshipping. You do not need to have a very high upfront cost whereby you need to pay your supplier a lot of money, or you need to pay a lot of money for website setup. So you can actually leverage on the existing platform, which I'll show you in a while. Some say that it's time consuming to set up. Well, actually it is not. When you discover the 3-step process that I use, is actually very simple and not as time consuming as what you think of. And some of the newbies actually, they went straight on to set up their own website. Now I could tell you that if you have no selling experience online and you decided to one day wake up to set up a website and start selling stuff, you will fail. So this has been tested many times by myself, and actually I do know how to build a website, but it doesn't mean that I can sell. But most important part is that you need to have a business plan. How can you plan for traffic? So if you want to set up your own website right from the start, it's actually going to be very difficult instead of getting a first sale. So rather than setting up a website, why not learn how to leverage on the existing network platform that are already selling and people are already buying from? And also, a lot of people mention that it's difficult to find customers to sell product to. Well, this is actually not an issue if you are on a platform that already have a lot of ready buyer. So they are buying every day and they want to buy, and their only task geared towards this website or visiting this website is not to look for information. Like for example, on Google, people usually look for information before they make a decision. But if, for example, the buyer is on Amazon or on eBay, what they're looking for is they wanted a certain product and they want to buy it possibly cheap, possibly with the feature, so they will go ahead and buy. You just need to present yourself right in front of their face to get a sale. And long shipping time. Well, a lot of people, they do not dare to buy products or to get the products from China to resell them, is because of the long shipping time. For example, if you are doing FBA business, you will know that actually from doing a private labels to selling the products on Amazon, it will take you possibly 2 months. And myself had done that. It's actually taking quite a long time to ship it to the customer if you're getting bulk order. But if you're doing small pieces and you're not doing private labels, you can actually get 10, 20 pieces or even 1 pieces to be shipped out from China using e-packet, which will take you about 10 to 14 working days to reach your customer if the customer is located in US. So shipping time basically have to tie back to your business policy, whether you're selling it on your e-commerce site or whether you're selling it on eBay or Amazon. So you need to set up your shipping policy correctly so that your customer is aware of the shipping time, and if you offer a relatively cheap price, there's no reason why there's no one wanted to buy from you. Okay, so I'm going to show you some examples that I actually did just to illustrate how cheap it is to get. Okay, first of all, the example number 1, this is a Ultra HD Wi-Fi wireless action camera. So on eBay it's selling for USD $44.68. On AliExpress it's selling for $37.51. So do you notice any difference? Well, basically this is the same hi-fi wireless camera, action camera. There's no much different, but if you were to source it direct from China, it's going to cost you about $16.73. This is talking about per unit price of this camera. Just to take note that for this particular action camera, it is not a true 4K. So what do I mean by not a true 4K is that it have the capability of displaying a true 4K, but the actual is a Full HD 1080. So when you purchase something, especially electronic item, please do not just look at the face value. And actually a lot of sellers from China, they are not telling you the true stuff, so you got to ask them face to face. Example number 2. Okay, this is a anti-glare rear view mirror with a recording function. So on eBay site it's selling for US $45.89, and on AliExpress it's selling for $30. So you can see that typically it's the same type of products, and basically you can source it cheaply in China for $8.06 US dollar. This is taking the fact that the most amount of profit actually come direct from the source. Example number 3. So this is another product which is a pedicure acrylic set. So it's selling on eBay for $20.75. So is this cheap? Well, on AliExpress it's selling for $22.89 USD, and seems to be more expensive. Well, let's take a look. If I source it directly from China, it just cost me $8.82 per unit. This is also take into consideration that the quantity is less than 40 pieces or less than 20 pieces. You can source it even at 1 pieces if you were to do it correctly with the process. So right now you would have seen that the profit margin is pretty high, and of course both sides offer free shipment. Yeah, except you need to preempt the customer how long does it take. If you are selling at possibly one time at $16, I'm sure that you would have been the top seller on eBay. Okay, another product is this rubber waist trainer corset. So this is selling on eBay for $17.49 USD and AliExpress for $15.63. Yeah, it's similar products except there are other variation like sizes and color. So in China, you can directly source it for $4.08. Now this is a relatively cheap price, and this is per unit price. Yeah, per unit price, which I can guarantee you no one on AliExpress is selling you at this price. Do you know why? Well, the reason is because AliExpress itself is not a wholesale website, it's a retail website. Yeah, it's a retail. A lot of people thought that AliExpress is a wholesale website that I can purchase it cheaply. Well, it is not. The cheapest is still to source directly from China. Another example is that this Bluetooth, so-called Bluetooth adapter mic on eBay is selling for close to $12, and AliExpress is $7.82. And similar configurations, let's take a look at sourcing directly from China. It just costs you $4.35 USD. Now, all these 5 examples tells you something. Yeah, actually the source price determine how much profit margin you can make. That is what I'm trying to drive at. So all you need is just 3 simple steps to get this all set up and to source cheaply. So step number 1 is product selections and how to purchase. Now, first of all, you need to research on sellable products via online so-called big retailers. For example, in Amazon or eBay, what are the best sellers? Next, you need to also find out who are buying these products. Are they being bought recently or not? Do they have a history of sales, meaning that this product you are going to get can sell throughout the whole year and is not seasonal. So aim for these type of products to research and to sell. And also from this, you need to create a sourcing list. The sourcing list basically act like a shopping list, knowing what to get and knowing how much the quantity and price that you are going to pay. And from this sourcing list, you need to select key products for sourcing. It does not mean that all the products that you have created in your list, you need to source them. You just need to pick the top 5 or the top 10 to list or to start sourcing for them for the best price, so that you can actually focus on selling them and knowing which one actually sells very well for you, given the fact that you have the advantage of taking in small quantity and to sell them. And once you have picked the best sellers from this list, decide on the product quantity you want to source. So say for example, you decide to test 10 units of such products and you sell through in 1 week. So you also can decide to get more of these products, say 20 pieces or even 100 pieces, store at a China warehouse and to ship it out one by one. And also you can establish a face-to-face relationship with the supplier, which if you start to source from China, the supplier actually knows you and they tells you more about the market and even find out more about your competition, or what are they actually selling or getting them from, and who actually source this product most, and how much they actually can give you if you were to have a partnership with them and get products just from this supplier, in terms of the product range that they can offer you. So there are all these advantages to do a face-to-face so-called meetup with all these supplier, and some of them are the manufacturer themselves. They are actually selling in bulk quantities. Well, this is not so much of an issue if you have some context. For example, I do have a company that help me to source this kind of products at quite cheap price. So step number 2, you need to establish a system where you need first of all to decide your business model. What model are you going to go with? Is it going to be like a dropshipping site? Dropshipping basically refers to you only buy the item when there's order from your customer. Whereas e-commerce website, you can also do inventory, whereby you actually stock up your products, or you can actually sell them one by one, as in a dropship model. So there's these 2 types that you need to be aware of. Next is to link up with the local suppliers. So if you are interested to link up with China suppliers to a local agency or a local company that does help you with your fulfillment of products, like for FBA or for Amazon, eBay dropshipping, I do have the contact. An agent will also help you to pack or label or to ship the products to the destination. It's not necessary to be in USA. That's why we have a worldwide presence. You can sell it globally, since you have this resource to help you to ship it to anywhere in the world. And lastly, to establish the processes on shipping, returns, and payment policy. So this one have to be on your website or have to be on your business policy if you are selling on eBay or and on other e-commerce website. Okay, the step number 3 is selling the products. You need to leverage on high traffic website. For example, Amazon or eBay. These are the 2 main big traffic website. So there are people every day. They could be browsing, window shopping on the app, and Amazon and eBay basically have a lot of buyer. So much more than Walmart, Target, or all these big retailers. So they already have ready buyer. So if you're not selling to them, who do you want to sell it to? And also build a store to upload your merchandise details. So when I say build a store, I'm actually referring to having a store on Amazon or eBay. It's not the e-commerce store that you set up from scratch. That will take you a long time to see your first sale. And first of all, if you're a new beginner, it's not a very good investment, especially if you do not have much experience. And also, to start selling products, you need to list your products daily. Also called the items listing need to be up daily. So you need to have a plan for this, which actually some of the students actually know that I actually help them plan how much they want to list have to be tied back to the monthly revenues and the profit they wanted to achieve. Also, you need to track your daily sales and profit. This is very important, especially if you're a beginner. You need to track. Even if you are not a beginner, you still need to track. So daily sales will determine how much profit you can take back every month. Especially if you're selling items that's very cheap, you also need to be aware that any fluctuation in prices will affect your profit margin. So you need to track it daily and adjust your selling strategy or your sales strategy to achieve the profit that you want. In order for you to remove yourself from the business and to scale for higher profit, you need to hire virtual assistant. Be it from Philippines or be it from other countries. There is no other way. If you want to scale your business, you have to hire people. You can't be doing it yourself because you only have 24 hours and you don't work on 24 hours. So, but if you hire staff, basically you actually increase the number of hours that you have every month by doing the activities, daily tasks, customer support, orders. Okay, so I'm going to touch on how to source from China in a brief. So to source from China, basically you have two destinations that you can choose from. So one is in Guangzhou. Guangzhou, basically people go there to source for clothings. Also they go to source for electronic stuff, accessories. So this is one of the main area. And the second place is to source from Zhejiang Yiwu, where there's a lot of so-called better quality products over there, and also most of the main headquarters of all the subsidiary company located in Guangzhou is also located in Yiwu, meaning that you can get a cheaper or better price. According to one of my my friends or agent in China, is telling me that even if you have the same products from two sourcing area, the price will be different even it's from the same company. That is so true, because you all have to depend on where is the factory located and also where is headquarters located. So different price would mean different sourcing location as well. So most of the headquarters I mentioned to you they are based in Yiwu, where you can get the best price if you speak to the boss directly face to face. So also you need to do your homework and explore Yiwu on your own if you decided to source products from China and to make the most amount of profit. Well, you can also join Yiwu sourcing trip, which I have one sometime next year in January. We'll be bringing a group of students to visit Yiwu with a set of itinerary tasks that they need to complete. Well, this is with the main objective of getting people started, and at the same time, those that already started, they could be looking for more suppliers to increase their inventory. At the same time, you can also reduce the risk of trial and error, where we already have established connection over there, and to get you a link up with the local company where they provide you with the fulfillment service. And of course, it's subjected to the number of participants that we're going to be. It's not going to be a very big group. It's just probably looking at 5 to 6 people. So in summary, in this webinar class, you've learned the difference of prices that you're paying for products due to they're being sold on different platforms. And also how you can get into a global business quickly and easily by applying the 3-step formula that I have for you. And of course, I'll go in depth with all my students in terms of getting all this set up and what are the software that's required. Plus, you know now where to source, where to get the cheapest products, and how to resell. And also there's easiest way to establish the supplier network is to be present yourself and to meet up local supplier directly. So with this, thank you for your time, and I hope that you like this webinars that I created for you, and I'll see you in the next webinar.